day the good Lord made Lambeau, you know, and so we could go out there and play in it.
So, here we go. It's a brand new year for the two-time defending NFC North champions as they open up 2025 with a divisional battle in Green Bay against the Packers. Coming up on the season premiere of Lions Gameday Live, we are getting you ready for the regular season opener with Wojo, Burchfield, and T.J. Lang. We'll give you 3 things to watch for in this one. We'll also head inside the film room with head coach Dan Campbell. Jennifer Hammond with a look at a lion on the edge, and Marcus Davenport. Danny Rogers chats with safety Avante Maddox about growing up in Detroit and now playing his first game with the Lions. Plus, we sit down with defensive captain Alex Anzalone, and Woody Woodruff was just doing what he does.
You ever hear of someone missing a flight?
Yes.
Wow. What happened? What'd you hear?
I ain't gonna say no names, but
It's the season opener, and we have it covered for you, starting with Lions Game Day Live right now. Lambeau Field in Green Bay, the home of the Packers. But lately, it has been a sweet getaway for the Lions. They've won their last 3 games in Green Bay. Today, they'll look to make it 4 in a row as they kick off the 2025 season. And we are set to do the same thing right here.
hey, we're back.
We've made it. See you guys.
Why did they bring us back? Wow. Oh, it's awesome.
Good to see you, Burchie.
Clerical errors. Hey, you too, pal.
Good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you,
I like this side of the table better than that side.
I'm going to get teary.
Save the tears for later.
Okay,
We've got
all right.
things to talk about
All right.
now. And
Go
I
ahead.
found
Hit me with
myself
it. Go
wondering,
ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. It's something that hit me, and I just wondered when I thought about this and tried to find perspective in 2025. And I looked at this game singularly, and I asked myself, what is this game? And I didn't know, so I thought, let's ask Wojo.
I know what it's about. You know what it's about? This game and this season, here's what it's about for the Lions. Bring it on. Bring it on. Everybody made all their changes. The Bears ran off and stole your coordinator. The Packers went and got somebody. I don't know who they acquired. Vikings have a new quarterback. They all changed to try to catch the Lions. You know what the Lions did?
What did they do?
The Lions did like Hoosiers coach Norman Dale. My team is on the field. My team is on the field. We're riding with the ones that we got. Now, they did mostly bring everybody back, didn't make any significant changes. There is some risk in not taking risks, but I like the notion that my team is on the field. How about that?
DJ Reed just called.
Yeah. No, that was a great addition.
We're too young for the Hoosiers reference, Woj.
That's a great addition, but they didn't go whole hog like others did.
We're too young. We're too young for the Hoosiers.
You didn't get Norman Dale?
Well, they do have some rookies that they're going to be counting on today.
Well, of course there's
Offensive line,
some,
defensive
but
line,
19 of 22 starters will be back when McNeil comes back.
Bertie, what brings you here?
Over the last 2 seasons, the Lions have the most wins in the NFL. The Chiefs are second. They also won it all in 2023. The Eagles are third. They also won it all in 2024. And I don't think we should expect the Lions to win 15 games again in 2025, but they also might be capable of even more than that, which brings me to
16?
Which brings me to TJ.
Oh boy, we're
Just
starting
when
the rhymes already.
the Lions had proven their worth, the Packers are now favored to take home the North. If you ask me, it's a little bit much. So the Packers got Parsons. The Lions got back Hutch. If the Packers are viewed as one notch above, did they also get Goff and leave the Lions with love? Everything's earned.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Nothing is given.
He did.
In the NFL's deepest, most daunting division, Vegas says Green Bay is the new team to beat. I'll take Detroit, aiming for a three-peat.
Woo!
Take it away, TJ. Take it away.
I counted 3 rhymes in that whole thing. I don't know why you're fist bumping him. He's still in preseason mode. We're in the regular season, buddy. Okay?
Speaking of which, I've heard about Micah Parsons. We've heard about his back. I want you to project ahead. Give me a healthy Micah Parsons down the line. How much does this change the challenge of facing Green Bay?
Yeah, big picture, you know, over the course of a season, doesn't matter how many snaps the guy plays. He plays 2 snaps, 60 snaps. He's got the ability to wreck a game, and he is just that type of guy. He's that type of pass rusher. You have to know exactly where he is every single play on the field. As soon as you walk into that meeting on Monday, you circle number 1 for Green Bay. We got to know where this guy is, and it's going to be interesting. It's obviously the cat and mouse game with offensive coordinator John Morton, defensive coordinator Jeff Hafley for Green Bay is going to be how many times can we move him around and get you guys uncomfortable. But overall, I mean, this guy he's a special player. I was surprised that he was dealt. We are. I mean, it's been 2 weeks now, but you look back in like the last couple years, I mean, Max Crosby rumors and Trey Hendrickson rumors and Myles Garrett was never going to play for the Browns again. And it was like, okay, you know, wow, I can't believe this actually happened. But this spices up the division. And I think that Green Bay must, like every other team, you look at Minnesota added a bunch of D linemen. Chicago added a bunch of D linemen. Everybody's still chasing the Detroit Lions. So I think if you're the Lions, you still have to remember that. They're chasing you. You've been 15-3 over the last 2 years in this division. Everybody's making these moves to try to keep up with you.
I heard a poem about that. All right. From there, we bring in the Hammer, who joins us now. Hello, Hammer. Welcome. Happy 2025.
Hey, happy 2025. And I cannot believe that Will actually fell for Wojo telling him that Worth rhymes with North.
Close enough. I was going to close it enough.
I don't get it. I'm not going to make a rhyme out of this. Time now for the Fire Law injury report. And the best news about it as the Lions begin the new season is that Aidan Hutchinson isn't on it. With 7.5 sacks last year, Hutch was on his way to a Defensive Player of the Year type season before the injury. This year, the 4th-year defensive end returns better than ever, according to his head coach. And for Hutch, it's all systems go as he takes the field with a rod in his left leg. That brings us to the big picture, brought to you by Macomb County Veterans Services. And as the millennial Steve Austin takes the field today in Green Bay, hungrier than ever, he is playing his first game in 329 days.
I'm on my way to being fully bionic. You know, hopefully that's the last bionic piece that goes in me, but I feel like this thing is not going anywhere, you know, and I have a lot of confidence in that, and I have a ton of confidence in the surgery and my rehab and where I'm at.
How much more confidence do you have just as a player and having been in this league and also having been through what you did last year with the injury and rehabbing?
Yeah, it's the development's been great. I feel like I've gotten better this camp, and I hope that is, you know, that's the standard and expectation every camp for me is continuing to take steps up, and yeah, I mean that's really the focus every single camp, and now I get to put out on display, you know, what we've been working.
And it is going to be a great thing to see Hutch on the field at Lambeau. He was voted a team captain earlier this week. He was asked about the massive contract extension Micah Parsons signed in Green Bay, and as he heads towards his own new deal, he's really aware of the money that pass rushers are commanding. But his only focus, of course, is this opener. And one of the things that we know that Dan Campbell talked about, you guys, is the bend, the flex. He is a guy that wants to feast on quarterbacks. He wants to show everybody that Micah Parsons isn't going to be the best pass rusher out there.
All right, Hammer, thank you very much. Let's get to three things we're keeping an eye on that you should watch as well in this game, brought to you by Michigan First Credit Union. All right, let's start here. You've heard about it ad nauseum since the end of last year. TJ, the new coordinators, what would you say to our new coordinator?
Well, I would say our new coordinator is that good coaches make good players. Or, I'm sorry, good players make good coaches. I did that backwards. Look, it's all about communication when it comes to these two guys. With Shepard, with obviously Morton, they've got some talent, obviously, on both sides. But, you know, this is a group that has high expectations, and these coordinators know exactly what they're getting into. It's going to be interesting, though, on the road, how you communicate in a loud environment. If you're John Morton, how does that communication look like to Jared Goff? What does the substitute, what does the coach-to-coach communication look like? He's going to have to talk to his coaches a lot, get his guys in the right line to be able to substitute, and then the adjustments that you obviously make at halftime. What is Green Bay doing in the first half? You can go in the second half, make those necessary adjustments to make some big plays come the second half.
Offensive line, number 2 on the list. Woj, we come to you for that. You got the 2 youngins in there at guard and the veteran Glasgow at center.
And you know what? The big thing has been the 2s. The 2 coordinators gone, 2 interior linemen gone, and Frank Ragnow and Zeitler. I think the 2 interior linemen being gone are a much bigger deal for the Lions than Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn being gone. There's some continuity here. The new offensive coordinator has been there before. The defensive coordinator, Kelvin Shepard, been there before. The center now for Jared Goff, Graham Glasgow, been there before. Continuity is the key to it. I think they can weather the offensive defensive coordinator. Replacing the 2 offensive linemen, including with a rookie, is going to be the biggest challenge of the season.
And that brings us to the last of our 3 things to watch, the turnover battle. Birchie, what do you got?
Yeah, takeaways sustained these defenses last season, namely interceptions. The Packers were tied for 3rd in the NFL with 17, thanks to 8 from Xavier McKinney. Lions were tied for 5th with 16, thanks to 9 NFL high from Kirby Joseph. He had his first career pick 6 at Lambeau last season. But as much as DBs finish interceptions, defensive linemen often force them. And I think with these 2 teams today and these 2 D lines in particular, both secondaries should have their opportunities. It's about capitalizing on those chances. For me, I'm watching Terrion Arnold, who looks poised for a breakout season. I think today, dare I say it, he might come down with his first career pick at Lambeau Field.
Okay, I thought he was going to do another rhyme there.
Come on. It is opening day for the Lions. We're glad you're with us. We're talking Lions and Packers right here.
St. Brown, and you're watching Lions Gameday live on Fox 2 Detroit.
Pop quiz. You know who led the NFL in scoring last year?
The Lions.
The Lions. Exactly right. You know what that guarantees them this year?
Nothing. Number 1 scoring offense?
Nothing. Nothing. They're still stacked, though, and Jared Goff talked about the run.
every year is different, and you don't know like kind of who your team's going to be, what your offense is going to be really yet until, I don't know, week 3, week 4. You know, you hopefully have a pretty good idea. But to be honest, you know, no different than last year when we played the Rams week 1. We kind of were still trying to figure out what we wanted to be, and this year will be somewhat of the same. You know, hopefully we come out of the gates firing on all cylinders, but in reality, that's kind of hard to do right away. But yeah, we want to catch up to speed as quickly as we can.
That brings us to our quarterback comparison, brought to you by Wallside Windows. Last year's stats up there. Woj, Goff, Love, go.
Get it, Woj.
I'll go back to my original statement at the top of the show. Bring it on. Jared Goff, look at the difference in the numbers there. Jordan Love is the one that has a ton to prove. Goff had career highs in completion percentage last year, quarterback rating, yards per attempt. Jordan Love is the one who he had a rough second half of last year. He had injuries, and he also already had a broken thumb in training preseason this year, had surgery. He's the one that all eyes are upon, the one that has to take the next step. And last year against the Lions, let's be honest, Jordan Love was awful. He had 1 touchdown pass in 2 games as the Lions beat them badly in one game and one when they were all beat up. And the other game, he struggles with his footwork sometimes, Jordan Love. His accuracy isn't great. You saw the chart there, 10 percentage points below Jared Goff's completion percentage. That's fairly significant. Lions just need to do what they generally do, make Jordan Love uncomfortable and make him throw it around. And by throw it around, I mean throw it away.
Key, Lions have won 6 of 7 against the Packers.
Correct.
Those wins, they have not lost the turnover battle one time.
I was going to say, he's pretty accurate throwing to Kirby Joseph. If he keeps on doing that, the Lions will be in good shape today. I think Love's a very good quarterback. I also think the team that he plays for and his gunslinging ways
look at me when
make
you
him a little bit overrated. I think Jared Goff, on the other hand, is getting his due finally. Last 3 seasons leads the NFL in passing yards and touchdowns, and his peers ranked him the 5th best quarterback in the league this year, behind only Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, and Lamar. And I expect him to play like it again this season.
All right, take a break. Come right back. Much more coming up. We're getting you ready for the Lions and Packers a little bit later this afternoon. Stick with us right here.
Big game.
It is.
Yeah, big game.
Lions Game.
guys ready for this?
Yeah.
Yes.
It is the Coach's Scouting Report, brought to you by Eastern Michigan University.
All right.
Utilize your televisions at home for viewing.
Go Eagles.
Provide some players.
All right, Coach, here we go. After an off-season of work, after being in camp since the third week in July, after 4 preseason games, just give me an idea how excited you, your coaches, and the players are to get going.
Yeah, we're very excited. I mean, this is what all of that works for. It leads up to this season, but really this first game. You know, this is where you kick it off at, and man, excited to go to Lambeau.
Yeah, so much emotion goes into an opening game. Let's get right to the Packers. Talk about Jordan Love. We see him here to Romeo Doubs. Good work after the catch by Doubs, but some thoughts on Love for a second and the development you've seen over the years.
Yeah, the guy has really come on. I mean, look, he got to learn from Aaron Rodgers. You know, he's got talent. He needs time to grow. He learns under Aaron, and really he took a lot of those traits with him and has really developed into a really nice quarterback here. So, man, he's got poise. He's got patience. He hangs on that back leg. He's got a quick release, big arm, and you know, you see him with Doubs there, who's really he's a pretty polished player too, so come a long way.
15 touchdowns in the first 3 years for Doubs. Let me get to the run. You were top 5 against the run last year. You've been very good the past several years. That's where it starts, and it starts this week with Josh Jacobs.
It does. This will be a broken record all year. Anybody who's playing Green Bay, it's like you got to stop number 8, but they're going to feed this guy the ball, and like I would be shocked if they don't try to give it to him 25 times this game. But this guy, this is what he does. He really can run any scheme, but he does want to look to cut it and get downhill. He's not a rig stretch and stay on the course. He wants to stretch and then puncture, as you can see right here. So he's going to look downhill. He's a strong runner. He gets 2 feet in the ground with tempo and speed. He is tough to get down, as you see here.
He's just pinballing off tacklers.
Yes.
What's the mindset of a defender when you're approaching a runner like that?
You can't tackle him high, all right? And you got to get this waist and these legs, man. You got to get him down. You got to get a hold of him, try to get the ball out, but then, man, we need population around the football. You need help on the guy.
All right, defensively, look, we know all the big names on Green Bay. Talk to me about Edgerrin Cooper. Comes in last year as a rookie, 13 tackles for loss. What's he bring?
Yeah, well, he's a very good athlete. He's an explosive athlete, and really, he's a lot like Quay Walker. He doesn't have the reps banked yet. But as far as talent level, man, this guy, see ball, hit ball, diagnose, run, hit, that whole deal, he's got it, man. He's a superb athlete. So we're going to see a lot more of him. You'll see him right here. I would anticipate we're going to see a lot of him this year. But this guy, this is what he does well. Man, he can get past these blockers. He can see it, go make these plays, and you mentioned the TFLs. That's what this guy can do.
Saw one right there. All right, let me get to what I think will be one of the keys in this game. We have 2 teams that were both top 10 in turnover differential last year. You're on the road. We talk about how important it is not to have the big momentum swings. Winning that battle seems like it's going to be huge in this game.
It'll be huge. It'll be one of the biggest, and it may be the biggest. So whoever can hold on to the ball or get them out, vice versa, is going to play a huge part. And, man, the team that makes the least amount of mistakes is going to win this game. Plain and simple. It's not who makes the most plays. It's who makes the least amount of mistakes.
All right, now one thing the Lions have stressed this year is the importance of depth. Last year left a mark. One spot they feel real good about is the secondary, where a couple of veterans will provide immediate help and long-term security. Avante Maddox is one of those guys. He's got a great story. Danny Rogers has it.
Avante, raised on the east side of Detroit, born here, and after 7 years in Philly, you finally get to come home and play for your Lions. What pieces of Detroit did you take with you on your football journey?
Just really the grit, the grind, the blue collar city we are, and mostly working hard.
What was your family's reaction when off-season came and the stars aligned and you signed with your hometown team?
Oh, they were excited. My dad, I got calls from everyone, even my friends here, my high school coaches. They were always was contacting me throughout my season. But you know, even when I was with Philly, I was always rooting for the Lions unless we were playing them. But now that I'm here, you know, it's always my favorite team, and I'm happy and excited to be a part of it.
You went to Keene High School. You were a standout baseball player, MVP all 4 years, MLB prospect at one point. Should you be playing for the Tigers down the street?
Yeah, I should. No, I think I'm here where I'm supposed to be. I mean, God, you know, He always works it out, and He knows He has a plan for you, and my plan was to play football, and, you know, I'm grateful for that. But, you know, high school, I did play baseball all 4 years, and that's what I was really going into high school to do.
Yeah. So you stopped playing football once you got to high school, and then junior year you picked it back up. So I'd love to show you something. Talk us through everything you're seeing right now.
This is junior year. First year playing high school football, kick return to the house against East English. I remember jerseys just bigger than me.
Untucked jersey. It's just a cool guy with an untucked jersey.
Yeah, right.
Your big lineman. Wait for it.
Oh, does he pick me up?
Oh, you fly into his arms like an angel.
Yes, I remember. Wow, I haven't seen this play in a long time, actually.
And that's at Ford Field.
That's at Ford Field. So I played at Ford Field a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Look at this. The slant for the touchdown. I remember this is my senior year. We got new jerseys. You can tell, huh?
These are all offensive highlights.
Yeah, right? I should have played receiver.
What are we doing here?
I know.
What would you say to the high school kids right now, the young kids in Detroit, who might want to play for their hometown team?
Just keep grinding. Get your grades first. I mean, that's the first step. You know, just be detailed in your fundamentals. Playing reckless. I mean, just playing hard, you know. I tell them what the 3 things that I did when I was in high school was, you know, school, effort, and details and fundamentals.
TJ, they feel like this secondary can be a big strength, and one of the reasons they feel even better about it is having guys like Maddox and Rock Yassin to back up.
Oh, yeah, they have to be a strength, no doubt. And you have year 2 Terrion Arnold, who's taken a step, by all accounts, through training camp. DJ Reed, who's proven himself. We know what the safeties can do. We know what Amik Robertson can do. Rock Yassin and Avante Maddox are 2 guys that have the versatility that I think Kelvin Shepard and Dan Campbell are looking for. The nickel goes down. Hey, go give us 5 snaps. Strong safety, free safety, outside corner. No matter what you have to play, you got to go play that. And also what I love seeing from those 2 guys, Avante Maddox and Rock Yassin, through the preseason, their ability to come up and make a tackle. Yeah. These guys were physical. They were hitting you in the mouth. They were flying to the football. We didn't see any turnovers in the preseason, but I love all the physical attributes that I saw for them. Those are non-negotiables if you're going to play in this defense. And Avante Maddox and Rock Yassin both bring everything you're looking for in some depth players.
That secondary will be out there for the Lions today against the Packers. Game 1 of 2025. That's what we're talking about. More coming up on the other side.
I'm Aidan Hutchinson, and you're watching Lions Gameday live on Fox 2 Detroit.
One constant for these Lions since the arrival of Campbell and Holmes has been Alex Anzalone. He's seen some things. He's seen some good times. He's seen some bad times. He's battled through all of it. This year, number 9 for him. He's ready to go again. And these openers never, ever are not exciting.
To make it this far in year 9 is special in itself, but at the same time, it's like you're a rookie again, and you go through all of off-season, all of training camp, and you get to this point, you make it out healthy, ready to go, and you know, the guys are excited, and you're excited to see what you and your teammates can do. It's like Christmas Day.
I would imagine part of it too is knowing that you're good. You have to earn it, but knowing that if this team does what they're capable of doing, you can be right in that mix with any team in this league. That's a good feeling.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, yeah, we expect to win, and that's the standard, and that's kind of how we're programmed and what our mindset is.
Do you hear the doubts? Does that kind of get you going a little bit too?
I mean, I think it's good. I think it's good for everyone. It makes everyone a little uncomfortable. It makes everyone, you know, kind of chip on the shoulder, a little something to prove. You know, I was telling my wife the other day, I like it that way as opposed to, you know, you're expected to win, expected to do all these things, and we are expected, but at the same time, there's a little bit of controversy or doubt.
Yeah. You mentioned being healthy. What's it mean when you look out there and see 97 on the field?
It's good. Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's good. You know, it's going to be fun playing with him again, and I know he's happy and ready just to put all that behind him, and I'm excited to see what he does. You know, there's a lot of expectation, so we'll see.
Even with those injuries last year, even not having Hutch for much of the year, top 10 scoring defense, number 1 in third down defense, terrific rushing defense. What do you like about this team, and what do you think it's capable of?
I think we're just overall a lot smarter, a lot more situationally aware, a lot more experience. The younger guys are now the older vet guys, and I think that's going to make us a lot better defense just in certain situation scenarios. And we're close. We play together, and you know, it's fun to see a guy like Kirby and Branch back there that, you know, I've seen since they were rookies, and now they're, you know, vet guys, and just see them develop and, you know, play with them. And now like TA's getting going a little bit, and just it's cool to see from my perspective.
What does it mean to open up against a team you know you have to beat to win the division? They have high expectations, and you're playing at their place. I
mean, there's no love lost between us and Green Bay, so you know, it's gonna be a good one, and we just got to go out and execute and do our thing and let the chips fall where they may.
One thing about Alex Anzalone, you know where you stand with him. He is still angry at Burchie for cutting his hair.
and I'm still jealous of him for keeping his. A lot of smoke around his name when camp began with his pretty minor contract dispute, if we can even call it that, with the front office. And he eventually accepted a small raise. It wasn't what he was seeking, but for Anzalone, it came down to this. And then he told me, what kind of teammate do I want to be? You know, he could have asked for a trade. He could have held out. He could have held in. But he said, I want to win a Super Bowl, and I'm going to give it my all this year. And for all the injuries on defense last year, it wasn't until Anzalone went down in Week 13 that this defense really fell off the cliff. His leadership and his communication, his presence in the middle of that defense means is so important to this defense, and I think seeing him back out there highlights that for sure.
And talk about a team guy. His replacement is playing with him there, and Jack Campbell. Yeah. And that, to me, and of course he's mentoring him to a certain degree, but he's also realizing that he'll be taking his job eventually. A true team guy, for sure.
You know who else is back at linebacker?
Oh,
Derek Barnes.
Oh, another team guy.
He's this week's guest on Woody Wonders, brought to you by
Woody Wonders.
Woody Wonders.
Woody Wonders.
Yes.
Whoa.
Game show.
Whoa. Wasn't prepared for this. Thanks a lot, Dan. Down here for a new segment, Woody Wonders. I'm here with Lions linebacker Derek Barnes. And Derek, I'm wondering about plane flights to road games. Are there assigned seats?
Yes, there are.
So how does that work?
So we get a text from Jesse. Jesse tell us what seat we're in, and you kind of just figure out that's a number. So it goes by number. So it doesn't tell you if you're in first class, coach, or in the back of the plane. So you just follow the number.
Do you prefer an aisle or a window seat?
Oh. window seat.
Window seat?
Yeah.
Is there a team dress code for the plane?
I guess you have to. No, not necessarily. You got to wear team gear if you are going to wear anything, though. So.
I see. How cool is the flight crew? You get any crazy messages from the captain?
No, not really. Honestly, we don't really talk to the captain like that. I would say we have great flight attendants, though.
Yeah. Sure. If there's turbulence, who's the first guy to grab the armrest or tighten the seatbelt?
Probably Aidan.
What's the worst city to fly into?
The worst city, Green Bay.
Green Bay?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I feel like every time we went to Green Bay, we were always either sitting on the plane, waiting for something, or going into I don't even know what you call it. I forgot what you call it. But like, you know, people just gotta walk through the airport. Like, you have to go sit in there before the plane to come.
Let me ask this: is there a buffer between the coaches and the players on the plane? And if so, how many rows is it? What is it?
Normally, starters and older guys sit in first class, and then the coaches sit in comfort. So not too much.
Has special teams coach Dave Phipp ever wanted to fly the plane? Because I know he has that Blue Angels experience.
Well, that's funny you say that, because we actually had talked about that not too long. I think it was either last year, sometime he talked about wanting to fly the plane, but nah, I don't like flying with people I know. So I wouldn't want anybody I know flying the plane.
Last question: you ever hear of someone missing a flight?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
What happened?
Yeah.
What'd you hear?
I ain't gonna say no names, but it usually has something to do with the rookies getting food for the veterans on the plane. So you're scared that you're gonna get the food, but you know, Dan always tells us the food doesn't matter. Get your behind on the plane. So we had a rookie, my rookie year, and I'm not gonna say who, somebody who actually, I think they actually have to drive to the game, depending on how close it is. But that's neither there nor there. So
we're gonna leave it right there, because no one wants to drive to Green Bay. Thanks a lot, D. I appreciate you hanging out. Linebacker Derek Barnes with me. I'll throw it back to you, Dan.
It
was TJ. It was TJ.
You ever hear a player missing a flight?
Yeah, that guy. You want me to out him? No, you can't. You won't say that. I've heard late for like curfew by a couple minutes. Flight is
also.
That's one you don't want to do. Yeah, because they ain't waiting for you.
I want to be in compliance here. The Alex Anzalone interview, by the way, was brought to you by the DTE Foundation. And now we go to break and come back in just a moment. We're cruising towards it, guys.
Woo, big game.
Had you guys heard at any point this offseason the Lions have 2 new coordinators?
I know.
Lost
I heard
Aaron Glenn and Ben
something about
Johnson.
that.
Yeah.
Special team.
Ben Johnson went to Chicago.
Right? They got new guys in.
Aaron, they did get new guys. And those new guys have heard all the questions about what they can and can't do, but they're ready to go.
I know the big question is my first game calling it, but that's not how I'm thinking or preparing for this. I've been calling defenses for the last 6 weeks, and more importantly for the last 2 years on my own in my mind. The day before the game, if AG got sick the night before, how would I see myself calling these games? So it's the first time others are going to see me call games, call plays, and things like that. But as far as the defensive players and myself, I'm going into this deal. I know the D&Ds, I know the plan, I know what we've said we're going to do here. I know what we said we're going to do there, and not deviate from it no matter what. I go against one of the most high prolific offenses every single day for the last 6 weeks, and I've had that task at hand, and Dan's put me in game situations already, and that's just a credit to him. Like, I'm going in week 1, guys, I'm not BSing you at all. I'm not nervous at all. I'm very anxious, but I'm not nervous. It's a big difference. Someone is nervous, you're not prepared. We are prepared, and we will be prepared, and then we'll let the chips fall where they may on Sunday.
Now John Morton takes over as offensive coordinator of the team that led the league in scoring last year. He said they'll continue to do what's made them successful. He'll add his personal touch, but one constant, he will lean on his relationship with quarterback Jared Goff.
It's been awesome. The dialogue we've had, we call it RCE, recognize, communicate, and execute, and man, we're just talking all the time. And, because we have to get to know each other. Every day we learn about each other. And he's just been awesome. Ideas, what I'm thinking, film, we're talking on the phone. It's been awesome. And that's the way, the coordinator and the quarterback should be.
Look, Woj, we're going to find out. All anybody has done is project doubt, or they project maybe irrational confidence about the Lions. You don't know until these guys do it.
No, you don't. But I do think it's been overblown and all overwrought. Like, what are they going to do with 2 new coordinators? To be honest, I think Ben Johnson's job trying to work with Caleb Williams is much tougher than John Morton. And I think Aaron Glenn's job taking over the Jets is much tougher than Kelvin Shepard's, who has been here. They know the system. It's all about continuity. And to be honest, John Morton might do one thing better or more than Ben Johnson, and that might be putting Montgomery and Gibbs on the field at the same time. Doesn't have to be trick plays, but a little bit different look. The problem that Morton's going to have is he's starting not starting over, but a new offensive line, and Ben Johnson always had that strength, the offensive line. But I think both of those coordinators are respected by the players and will do fine.
I like what T.J. said earlier. Those guys may have left. They didn't take the players with them. They're still here working with these coordinators, and that is a big deal. All right, let's get to Wired for Sound. We're talking about it every week. It's brought to you by your Metro Detroit Ford dealers. A Lions player is going to be mic'd up every game. You're going to hear some great stuff from the field. Here's a preview of what you'll see all season long as we take you back to the Lions. Big win over the Vikings in their historic winner-take-all game in Week 18 last year. Fun one. Yeah, oh yeah.
Let's see what Detroit all about. People that come out here and show it.
Throwing, got the man. Touchdown, Detroit Lions.
Close it out.
Can you smell it?
Ah, smells good. Good job up front, man. Holy crap. 1, 2, 3, pistol. We locked it up. Gates today for 60 minutes. We put that on the line. Jameer Gibbs accelerates into the end zone. He's got the hat trick. Good job. All-time touchdown. Right there. That was the season? Yes. All-time for the season. Congrats, man. Proud of you.
The NFC North is staying in Detroit.
That's how you step in and play, boy. That's what we do.
Give me my damn hat and t-shirt. Oh, back to back. Back to back, baby. Never easy. Never easy.
Great job. Appreciate it.
Back back-to-back-to-back is what they're going to be looking for.
I thought Woj was wearing that T-shirt that we saw in the locker room.
Dan Campbell broke Aaron Glenn's ribs on the way out of town. Did you see
He's
that?
trying to keep him here.
It's a physical staff. Hey, one guy that people are going to be closely watching, Marcus Davenport. He is a big part of what this defense hopes to accomplish. Hammer with a closer look at him when we come back. Time now for Lions Trivia, brought to you by Sod Meats. This season, the Lions will attempt to make the playoffs for the 3rd year in a row. How many times in their history have they accomplished that feat? Is it 3, 2, or 1? The answer is coming up.
Lions Game.
Here.
We knew the answer to that trivia question. Hi, honey.
It's him.
Yeah, I was just over there a minute ago. Hey, let's talk about Marcus Davenport. Obviously, he is one of the X factors on the Lions this season. On the defense, he has a chance to be a critical player opposite Aidan Hutchinson on the D-line with that pass rush. Yet there are still questions about the 29-year-old D-end. Davenport told me that he's a natural peacemaker as the middle of 5 children.
Whoa.
And that's where he's going to be as he comes into this season trying to stay healthy, making peace with it. What have you learned these past 4 years in the NFL through all of the injuries and adversity that you've faced?
What have I learned? The biggest thing is how important my family is, how important my little ones is. I can say my biggest blessing and the reason why I wouldn't trade any of the injuries, I wouldn't trade any of the time, I wouldn't even trade the critics, is how much time I've been able to spend with my little ones, my family, watching them grow, them supporting me. I mean, I've just learned how important family is.
The critics, you bring it up.
Yeah.
Have they gotten to you a little bit? Does it fuel you? Does it tick you off?
It used to fuel me, and I think that got me through the first 6 years. I found that that was not sustainable for me. Like I couldn't just be like, dang, I gotta prove them wrong. I gotta prove them wrong. And so that fire I had to let that go.
What can you be if you stay healthy?
I want to be great. I think I can be great. I know I'm not there yet, and I'm working on preserving my confidence. You know, not letting, two highs run me and two lows run me.
Can you recite your favorite poem that you wrote? I believe it's called Beauty.
No, that's not my favorite no more.
Oh. What is the favorite?
My favorite is from a show. It's called Atlanta. And it's a guy riding on a bus, and he says, I just feel like I keep losing. Like, for some people in life, their path is to only lose, just so the winners can win more. And he's asking the dude, like, what am I supposed to do? And the guy's like, true success belongs to those who simply do not see failure. Let the water take you like a branch in the stream. And for a while, I didn't understand that until, he came back with, why would I do that? And I think that's what I want. I want to be able to flow and still be together, to be one.
What do you want the city of Detroit to know about you, the person and the player? There's a lot of misconceptions about you.
That's okay.
I know, right?
That's okay. I'm fighting. Sometimes I don't know how to display it. Sometimes I don't know how to necessarily show exactly what I want, but I'm trying to be the best.
And I asked Dan Campbell what Davenport has to show him this season, and he said absolutely nothing. He's already shown me everything he needs to. And then I told Marcus that, and he goes, I want to show him and my teammates that I'm here for them, that I'm part of this team, and that I can be depended on. So he's looking to have a big season, and he's got to stay healthy. He knows it better than anyone.
We have all watched him in practice, and when he's healthy, he's a dude. And that's just what he needs to be. He needs to be out there and be healthy, and then he can say, roses are red, violets are blue, you're the quarterback, and I'm going to sack you.
Yeah. He's a poet like Burchfield.
Take a break, come right back. Picks are next.
You see.
Mine was taken this week.
Big B Coffee. The only one who looks old is Wojo.
Is that?
Woj, you look thin.
Is that Craig Campbell?
Yeah.
All right, brought to you by Big B Coffee. Let's get to today's spread. It is the Packers favored by 2.5. Hey, winning that first game is important for you guys. TJ, what are you doing?
Yeah, well, I guess I'll take it as the, let me double check that, the champ from last year, 13-5. I'm going to do something.
I thought a young guy
I'm going to do something I've never done before, all right?
Yeah.
Jared Goff, 8-0 against the spread in week 1.
You're like
NFL
a wise
season.
guy.
Whoa. But I am calling for, this is going to be boring,
it's
a 23-23 tie. We're going to start this thing with the back. You look at all the odds across the sportsbook.
Dude, get out of here. Get this guy off
minus
the
150.
Get him out.
It's going to be a tie. It's going to be a tie. 23-23.
I think both of these defenses today give these offenses trouble, and I do think the Lions offense just out of the gate might not be as well oiled. Lions 20, Packers 17.
Hammer, 10 seconds, go.
I think the Lions are going to win, and I think that TA, you can't spell takeaway without a T and an A.
Nice, I'm with you. I'm with you.
30, Packers 23.
I'm going to look like a genius. I'm going to look like a genius. It's like betting on green at the roulette wheel. Doesn't have much, That counts for 2. That counts for 2, by the way.
Tonight, 11.
He's not coming back next
My
week.
show, they talk.